Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After planting, then we are going to talk about germination. This is the process when the seeds are going to change into a plant, and then that small plant is going to get out of the ground and come out to the surface. So maize seeds typically germinate within 7 to 10 days after planting. So make sure you can differentiate between the weeds and the maize seedlings themselves, because if you don't, then you might end up nurturing the weeds and uprooting the seeds, and that is going to be a loss for you, because the weeds are not something that you are going to eat or with your family, but they are just a disruption in the process, and you just have to note which is which. Be able to differentiate between the two. So in the process as well, there are so many pests like earthworms that can eat the seeds and bore them before they germinate. You have to make sure that you put enough insecticides into the soil to make sure that you kill everything that might be of a threat to your maize seed and seedlings. There are so many okay, we've already spoken about the earthworms. This is the most delicate stage, because the seedlings need enough sunlight and nutrients, including water, in order to grow. So for sunlight, in order to give your maize seedlings sunlight, make sure that you plant them in an open area. I think this is self-explanatory. You must not put it under some heavy shade or in the house, etc., because it's going to turn yellow and the leaves are going to be longer than necessary, and they are going to spend more time trying to survive on their own, and it's going to be difficult for them to produce the actual maize in the process. So in order to give them water, either plant them during the rain season if you do not have machinery and financial resources, or if you do have access to financial resources, then you can use artificial irrigation. So for nutrients, use fertilizers. There is top dressing and basal and other basal variants. Let's just differentiate between these two. When we talk of the top dressing fertilizer, we refer to the application of fertilizers on the surface, soil surface around the base of the maize plant during the growing season, in order to provide additional nutrients needed for optimal plant growth and development. For example, there is a fertilizer, the white granules that we call ammonium nitrate. So this one gives the plants nitrogen, because it's very important in the photosynthesis process. It also can help absorb excess moisture on the surface, in order to make sure that there isn't the leaching of nutrients. When we talk about leaching of nutrients, is when the nutrients dissolve and then go down too deep, sink too deep into the earth, out of reach of the maize seedlings, because we know that it has a very short kind of root. So we also have base fertilizers that are applied at the time of the planting, and they are incorporated into the soil to provide essential nutrients in the initial stages of plant growth. So most fertilizers with a combination of potassium and phosphorus, which are the most important nutrients that a plant needs at its initial stages, will be recommended. So the recommended type of fertilizer, the recommended type of fertilizer is typically a balanced fertilizer, and that contains most, if not all, of the nutrients that we have mentioned. So it is very important to also conduct what we call a soil test. You can use a pH meter in order to determine the nutrients that are in the soil, in order to know how much fertilizer is going to be required. So this process looks like this. The germination process, as you can see, now there are so many changes in the field that we saw earlier on. We see there are now a little bit small maize seedlings that are coming up. on the ridges of